Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to this stream. Welcome to this FIFA World Cup watch along video between of the match between rather South. What am I saying? South Africa? No, Saudi Arabia versus Spain, or Spain versus Saudi Arabia. Yes, in the FIFA World Cup, Spain, one of the pre-tournament favorites, going up against Saudi Arabia, a team that. Can't really consider them as minnows as they were back then. This is not a team that you can take lightly because they know how to defend for their lives. And of course, in their last game, they managed to get a draw against Uruguay, that the other team in this group. So, yes, this is a game that we're going to be covering today. As always, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys have had a wonderful day. And of course, you've enjoyed yourselves this happy Father's Day. All the fathers out there, big shout out. I know Father's Day is not such a very big deal as Mother's Day, but at the end of the day, fathers are still important people in our lives too. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and aspiring fathers if your wives or girlfriends are pregnant. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for taking your time to be part of this. So the lineups: Spain, you've got Simon in goal, Porro, Kubasi, Laporte, and Cucurella. Rodri, Pedri, and of course Olmo, then Lamine Yamal, Baena, and Oyazabal. Then of course Saudi Arabia, Olwasi, Saud Hassan, Hajami, Al-Hamri. And of course in midfield goes Al-Habi, Al-Dawasari, Abdallah, and then of course I think these are the other midfielders, Musab, and of course the two strikers, Al-Buraikan, and of course Salem. Those are the guys that are playing for Saudi Arabia today. Of course, Saudi Arabia are lining up in a 5-3-2 system. So you can clearly see the game plan is, you know what, whatever we have, we hold, and are going to ensure that we do not concede any goals today. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you have not already subscribed. Yes, and also, if you are new around here, welcome to the Vinskey Valor YouTube channel. Make sure you are smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you have not already subscribed. Yes, our road to 4,000 subs. Help us get there. I know you guys can help the channel out by subscribing to the channel. So if you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor of hitting that subscribe button. So game is just about ready to start and we are off. Spain have kicked us off in their usual jerseys of red t-shirts and navy blue shorts, while Saudi Arabia in all white strips. And you can clearly see the game plan is a typical 4-5-1 system from Saudi Arabia. They're just happy to sit back and, of course, just let Spain come on to them. Spain, of course, very surprising result against Cape Verde. Cape Verde held them down to a 0-0 draw. It was one of the few games that Spain have actually failed to, how can I say, overcome the opponents. To the box, cleared away. Spain already on the attack. Pedro Porro. Yeah, and on that particular day, Lamine Yamal did not play. So, at least today he starts. Yeah, because this Fuente guy, I don't know what he was doing. Don't know what he was thinking of. Did not start Lamine Yamal because clearly he underestimated Cape Verde. He knew, you know what, we don't need to put out our best team there. We just need to ensure that even if any team that we put out there is going to beat these guys. And a shock on him. Of course, it was an unexpected result for Spain. Anyway, we'll see what they're going to do. Of course, do you expect Spain to have like around 700 to or even close to 800 passes in this game? It is how Spain's play, and of course, clearly against this Saudi Arabian team that is just happy to sit back. That is what we expect. How is how we expect the game to go. To the far side, Baena is in behind. Baena blocked. Yeah, Saudi Arabia are quick to get back and defend. I don't know why Baena started. Why didn't they start Gavi? Let me see who's on the bench for Spain. Raya, Garcia, Pubil, Lorente, Grimaldo, Ruiz, Gavi, Zubamendi, Merino, Pino, Iglasi, Torres, Williams, and Munoz. Why didn't they start Ferran Torres? Anyway, that's why this La Fuente fella, I think he's gonna be the reason why Spain do not win this World Cup. Yeah, he's clearly the one who's gonna waste them. Honestly, his team selection is very, very questionable. Sometimes you wonder what is he doing out there. Honestly, what is he doing? In fact, a layman can basically put other select a way better team than him. Honestly, because I expected him to play actually his best players in this game. Of course, starting Ferran Torres and maybe Gavi, because in their previous game they clearly struggled against Cape Verde, but it's because they are playing a very, very pedestrian game. Yeah, clearly in that particular game, Spain were very relaxed. One would think that they're already winning 3-0 the way they were playing. But today it seems that they have started very brightly, already going at Saudi Arabia. But of course, Saudi Arabia just happy to defend. So still no shots on target, but just half chances for Spain. So anyway, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. And of course, the other teams in this group are Uruguay and Cape Verde, who play at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m. East African time. Oh, that is 2200 GMT. Lamine Yamal shot over the bar. And of course, the other game that's starting at 2200 hours is the game between Belgium and Iran. Yes, this is actually Group H. This is Group H. Group H. Yeah, Lamine Yamal being forced to shoot from out wide. So, I do think that what needs to happen is that at some point I do expect Ferran Torres to come on. And I don't know why Nico Williams did not start this game. That's what I'm saying. Like, this Spanish coach, honestly, I don't know what he's thinking. Honestly, I do not know what he is thinking. The best thing to do is get out there, play your best team, get the result, and then now you can start taking them off. If they won the Cape Verde game and then they win this one, then you can actually rest them in the next game. But I don't know why he's talking the likes of Baena, and clearly Nico Williams, Ferran Torres are way better players out there than the likes of Baena, or even Oyazabal, the striker, who was completely useless and a non-figure against Cape Verde. Yeah, I'll just call it as it. He was useless. I'm sorry. I know it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. He was just a passenger in that game. No shots, very, very few touches of any player on the pitch. And if that's your central striker, getting that few touches, because he was really trying hard to actually come deep and collect the ball. But as a striker, man, stay in the box. Stay in the box. That is where you need to be. This is Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. This is Poro to the box. It's cleared by Salem. Sorry, that was Lajami. That was Lajami. Lamine Yamal. This is Pedro Poro. This is Kubasi. Laporte into Cucurella on the far side. Yeah, Spain, what you just need to do is just keep up the tempo that they have now. Keep up the tempo. Trust me. If you maintain this tempo, you're going to score. Because clearly this was a tempo that was lacking against Cape Verde. Maybe they have realized the error of their ways and they have decided to actually change things up. Because against Cape Verde, like I said, it was a very, very poor game. And of course, Saudi Arabia trying to launch the counter. Saudi Arabia. It's Al-Habi. It's blocked off. Salem. Salem, man. Come on, get the ball into the box, bro. Come on, man. Get that ball into the box. Spain were lucky, man, but it was good covering from Kubasi. He clearly denied the space in behind for Al Arabi. His Cucurella. Yeah, Saudi Arabia, like I said at the beginning, no longer the minnows of football as they used to be back in the day. Yeah, one of the poorest showing was in 2002. Actually, they hold the record as having had the biggest loss ever in FIFA World Cup history, beaten 8-0 by Germany in 2022. Miroslav closer with the header. Actually, the hat-trick of headers, man. Cucurella into the box. It's gonna be a corner. Yes, it is to Spain. So clearly, I hope that they are gonna do the business. Let's go Spain. I want Lamine to get his first World Cup goal today. Yeah, let's hope so. Let us hope so. Let us hope that Lamine gets his first goal, man. Let us hope he gets his first goal today, man. Yeah, because clearly, for me, I've always said this, Spain are not a bad side. In fact, they're one of my favorite teams, but my biggest issue with them is the team selection and, of course, the coach. He's almost, what the heck are you doing, bro? Honestly. Honestly, my friend, how do you expect that to work out? Wow. Skied it, man, into touch. Somebody would think maybe it's like he was converting a try. Yeah, Spain better make sure that they do not drop the tempo. Because if they drop the tempo at any point, it's just gonna be another Cape Verde fiasco. So they just need to ensure that they keep up the tempo, they keep pushing, they keep forcing the issue. Because if they don't, then Saudi Arabia will be happy to take the point. And as you know, Saudi Arabia, of course, if they do force a draw in this game, their last game is against Cape Verde. And of course, if they do win that, they're gonna, of course, qualify for the knockout. Of course, if you get 5 points in any group, you're actually gonna qualify for the next round. Nice pass. Baena into the box. It's cleared by Dawasi. It's now with Pedri. Yes, please do not drop the tempo. Keep up the tempo, man. Keep pushing. Thank you, Lamine Yamal. Poro shots over the bar. Ah, come on. Maybe the other thing that Spain need to try is maybe let your fullbacks go on the overlap. Whenever Lamine Yamal picks up the ball, just ensure there's somebody running on the outside. Nice pass. This is Oyabazal. He has to be his first touch. Oyabazal. Lamine Yamal. Goal! Lamine Yamal. 1-0. Yay! Lamine Yamal, what a move, man. You see, I kept on saying, you need to move the ball quicker. Baena saw the run of Oyazabal, pacey run into the box, reaching right across the face of goal. Lamine Yamal at the far post, just leading to knock that ball into the back of the net. 1-0 to Spain. Thank you. You see, whenever you move the ball a whole lot quicker, you're going to get the goal. Oyabazal into Baena, passing behind. Lamine Yamal was always attacking the far post. To the box, that's poor defending actually from Saudi Arabia, and they've got 5 defenders back there. Yep. I will always say it and I'll keep saying it. Whenever you move the ball a whole lot quicker, you're gonna get all the spaces in behind. Yes, Mr. Parker, go! We are happy, finally. Finally. Yep, you predicted it just a couple of moments ago. Yes, at least the prediction has come true, man. Anyway, maybe this is the start of a very, very illustrious career at the World Cup for Lamine Yamal. Actually, if he's able to stay in the game for long, he might even play even at around 4 or 5 World Cups. And he can even be one of the top scorers ever in the history of the World Cup, joining the likes of Leon Messi, Mbappe, and Miroslav Klose at the top of the scoring charts. Because currently, player with the most World Cup goals, Miroslav Klose, tied with Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi scoring a hat-trick against Algeria, moved into 16 all-time FIFA World Cup goals, 2 ahead of Kylian Mbappe. And of course, one ahead of Ronaldo, CR9. Yes, the original Ronaldo or the real Ronaldo, not the other Ronaldos that we know. But the original Ronaldo, Lamine Yamal! Lamine Yamal! Baena! Ah, shoot! Ah, Pedri, bro. Ah, come on. Yeah, Spain smell blood here, man. They do smell a lot of blood. They do smell a lot of blood, man. Come on. Put them to the sword, man. You need to up the goal difference in this game. Lamine Yamal, I think he's 18 years of age. He's 18 years of age. So, 18, the next World Cup will be 22. So, 18, 22, 26, 30, 34, 38. Is he going to get to 38 years of age? He's still playing the game? I don't know. Might be hard, but he might. Might actually maybe just need 5 World Cups. Maybe at 34. But of course, if you know anything about Spain, is that they do move on very quickly, yeah? Because many of these players were not there at the other FIFA World Cup. I think it was only Cucurella, Rodri was almost there. I think almost there as well. Yeah, so the likes of Pedri, Gavi, Ferran Torres were not there. Anyway, this is Baena. Baena Cucurella cleared by Lajami. Now Laminica can say he scored his 5 goal at a younger age than Messi. They were both 18, but Messi was about 100 or so days older when he did it. Yeah. Is he the youngest? Is Lamine Yamal the youngest ever goal scorer at the World Cup? Let me check. Youngest ever World Cup goal scorer. Is it Messi or who is it? Oh, it's Pele. Sorry, it's Pele. It's Pele. Pele at 17 years. I had forgotten about that. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Pele won his first World Cup at 17 years, guys. What were you doing at 17 years of age? Some were winning World Cups. Others, I don't know what they were doing. What were we doing at 17 years, man? Others are busy winning World Cups, while others in Kenya are burning schools. Anyway, I know it's not funny, but yeah, that was something that was in the news a couple of days ago. But anyway, that's a story for another day. But anyway, it's just saying that sometimes when your light shines, man, doesn't matter what happens. Because at 17, this guy is already winning a World Cup. 17 years of age, man. In fact, he's the only player in history to have won 3 World Cups. Because the only other players who have won 2 World Cups, I think it's the Brazil. I think it's Cafu, Roberto Carlos. Who else? Because I'm looking at of course, also the 1962 team and of course the 1970 team, Brazilian team, because they won the World Cup in 1958, 62, and 70. Then of course in 94 and 2002. So of course, was Ronaldo in that team? I think Ronaldo was in that team. Lamine Yamal, easy for Kwasi. So, in fact, let me see. Wait, players with 2 FIFA World players who have won. Oh, what a save, man! Players who have won 2 World Cups. Let's see. How many are they? They're quite a number. Exactly 20 players have won 2 FIFA World Cups. So, of course, yeah, Brazil 1958, 1962 team. Mane, Mario, Didi, Santos, Gilma, Zito, Pepe, Zozino, Vaza, Mosso Santos, Castillo. And then, of course, Brazil 1994, 2002. So that was Ronaldo and Cafu. So Cafu is the only player to feature in three consecutive World Cup finals: 1994, 1998, and 2002. Oh yeah, and also I don't also forgotten about Italy. Italy won the World Cup in 1934 and 1938. So Maesa, Ferrari, Massetti, and of course Monzeglio. Then also Argentina in 1978 and 1986. Daniel Passerella. So the only guy in the modern day era who has actually won two, or actually only two guys are Cafu and Ronaldo. So Roberto Carlos was not in the 1994 game. Oh yeah, the ball! There's nobody in there, man. Nobody in there. What's this? 4-1. 4-1 to Spain. I'd say the game might even end even like 3-0 or maybe 4. Do you think Saudi Arabia gonna score? I don't see them scoring in this game, honestly. I do not see them scoring in this game. But we will see. We will see what's gonna happen. I could see Mbappe winning 3 by the time his career is over. Really? Really? Because he's already won one. So if they do win this one, then of course there's a huge case for him winning a third one. But no, I don't think they're gonna win 3. If they're gonna win this one, then it's gonna be 2. And then by 2030, is Oyabzabal. You see, because Spain are actually moving the ball a whole lot quicker, there appears to be a lot of gaps in behind there for Saudi Arabia and also for Spain to exploit. So that's what needs to happen, man. That is what needs to happen. They can't just sit back and hope that this result is gonna hold. They have to go on the attack and get more goals. So, but anyway, yeah, it's possible. He can get to 3 because, of course, by 2030, most of that French team will still be there. Dembele will still be there. Mbappe, Chouameni, Olise. Is Oyazabal in behind? Oyazabal! This guy is so slow, man. Could never run fast to save his life. This guy is so slow. Clearly, you are in behind, man. This guy, man. Yeah, his second touch was so poor, man. He allowed Lajami to put in a sliding tackle. I don't know why this anyway, this guy, man. I honestly do not know why the manager trusts this fella. Honestly, I would not trust this Oyazabal at all. Anyway, to the box. Flicked on. Almost. Picked up by Laporte. Goal! The guy that I was calling out, Oyazabal, gets the second goal. But it's more a case of being in the right place at the right time. 2-0 to Spain. Hey, Saudi Arabia, man. What the heck's going on, man? It's clear that Spain have found their groove now, huh? And of course, relentless pressing and also moving the ball a whole lot quicker. But let's see whether there was suspicion of offside. Was he in an offside position? No, he wasn't. He wasn't in an offside position because the ball was off Laporte. Then he just managed to pass that ball into the back of the net. So Yazabal gets a second goal for Spain. It seems like today the stars have aligned for Spain, huh? Yep, Mr. Parker goal. Second goal of the game. Come on. There's no offside there, man. Goal stands, yeah, goal stands. Yeah, goal stands. At least now there's a bit of breathing space. Yeah, so Yeah, Saudi Arabia, man, in serious trouble, serious trouble. But anyway, they really didn't have a chance in this game, eh? Nobody gave them a chance. Honestly, nobody gave them a chance. Oh man, Spain still coming forward. Yeah, that is the only way to get goals against a low block. You have to move the ball a whole lot quicker. That is the only way, guys. No other way. If you keep pushing or rather moving the ball slowly, waiting for openings, you're never gonna get them. So you have to force the issue. You have to force the issue. Cucurella Olmo goal! Oh yeah, the ball again. 3-0. Ah, thank you, Asanta. Asanta. 3-0 to Spain, man. Hey, Spain have found their groove now. They seem to have found their groove. They have found their groove. Cucurella, flick on, Dani Olmo with the header. Clearly knew where Oyarzabal was. Oyarzabal just passed that ball into the net. And of course, Spain, 3-0. 3-0, man. 3-0. Oyarzabal, 2 goals and an assist, man. Sheesh. But anyway, more or less what you call being in the right place at the right time. Huh? And he seems to be redeeming himself from the first game where his performance was so shambolic, man. In fact, he was actually one of worst players on the pitch for Spain, if not the worst for both teams, man. Anyway, yep, Spain, of course, getting their groove, man, getting their groove. Finally putting this Saudi team to the sword, man. Saudi having 5 defenders at the back and still conceding 3 goals before the first hydration break. Yeah, facts. Consider 3 goals, man, just like that. But I don't know why they. You see, for me, what I've always found bewildering is that you still play with 5 defenders at the back, but somehow you just keep. Your defense keeps leaking goals. And that's exactly what's happening to Saudi Arabia. They are leaking goals. In fact, you even wonder why do they even have all those defenders at the back, as Parker has rightfully identified. Honestly, why have all those defenders at the back if you're just gonna keep conceding for fun? And you see that's why I keep saying having 5 defenders at the back, for me, I think it more or less disrupts the rhythm, no, the team shape in this particular case, because of course the illusion that you have is that you've got so many players back there, so we don't need to. In fact, the thought that actually comes in is you get a bit complacent because you know, there's always a covering defender, there's always somebody who's out back there to cover and actually support. But then you realize that if you are not there, neither are your teammates. So clearly, I just hope that they don't concede more, but for their sake, because if they manage to keep the score down in this game and they think win against is it not Curacao? What's the other team? Uruguay. Uruguay are playing who? Sorry, Cape Verde. If they might win against Cape Verde, then they might actually get into the round of 16. But that all comes down to them keeping the score down right now. Because if they continue to concede more goals, they'll now be under pressure to score a lot of goals and, of course, overcome this deficit in against Cape Verde. And, of course, do you expect them to blow away Cape Verde? I don't think so. So, they really need to be careful. Honestly, they need to be careful. They honestly need to be careful, man. But anyway, let's see what's going to happen. Let us see what's going to happen. Hydration break is over. Spain, you can pretty much say that they have already won this game. I don't expect them to let this slip from now on. But it's just a case, like I said, moving the ball a whole lot quicker. It has actually worked for them because it has ensured that they have kept pressure on Saudi Arabia. But of course, Saudi Arabia cannot get eliminated. In fact, no team can get eliminated at this stage in this group because they're all on 1 point. So, of course, if they were to go on and lose this one, they still have the third game to at least do something. But it seems like today Spain are on their groove, man. Clearly, Spain today are on their groove. Rather in the groove, sorry. Lamine Yamal loses out. In fact, has Simon even touched the ball? I think he has. I think this has to be his third touch in this game. Also in the Cape Verde game, he had very few touches of the ball, but somehow Spain were unable to do the business on the other end. So let me look. So I told you, Spain today, getting to 700 or 800 passes is so easy. It is so easy. In fact, if I'm to look at the stats right now, they're already on 12 total shots, 4 on target. Okay, this is Baena. Back to Baena. Baena. Well intercepted by, who's that? That is Saud. Given away to Olmo. This is Rodri. This is Baena. Baena. Olmo. Olmo. Pedri. Come on. Play the wingers, man. Picked up by Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal scarfs the shot. Well wide. Pedro Porro is down. I hope he's okay. Seems to be writing in pain. It's a yellow card. Oh, wow. Okay. Why? Yellow card for who? For Salem. What did he do? Oh, yeah, because of that off the ball challenge on Pedro Porro. Anyway, guys, if you're watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor of smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel. Yeah, so do not just bypass the stream without subscribing to it. Make sure you support the channel. Help us at least get to 1,000 subs. Yes, and we really appreciate the support. So make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. This is Lamine Yamal to Rodri. Yeah, for Spain, you can clearly see they haven't really even had to be or gotten into second gear or third gear. It's just that they have moved the ball a whole lot quicker. That's why this Spanish team is way more lethal than people actually think. It's just that for them, whenever they slow the game down so much, more or less works against them. Because now the opponents are able to sit back, actually force the issue and actually get back into position. And of course, now that denies Spain having space in behind. Nice pass, Kubasi, Laporte, Cucurella. Isbana. Oh, that's Saud. Ajami. Back to his goalkeeper, OIC. It's picked up by Rodri. Oyazabal is waiting for the ball. Fortunately, the ball did not get to him, so Of course. Of course, for this group, whoever manages to win this group will go and play against the winner of Group H, I think. So the Group G, Group G, Group G. The Group G? No, it's not Group G. It's actually Group J, Group J. So in Group J, that has Argentina, Austria, Jordan, and Algeria. It's pretty much clear that Argentina are gonna win that group. So what teams in this Group H need to do? They need to avoid finishing second. Lamine Yamal trying to do everything, man. Come on, Lamine Yamal. Get more goals, man. So Spain, think for Spain, what they just need to do is just ensure that they finish first. Because if they finish second, you know that Argentina awaits them in the round of 32. And of course, in our particular case, who's your money on? Messi or Yamal? Honestly, I do not know how I'm going to call that game. That game will be so open. Saudi Arabia yet to have a single shot on target or even a single shot on goal, man. XG is 0.00. This is Baena. This is Pedri. Rodri. This is Olmo. This is Pedro Porro. This is Lamine Yamal. Back to Pedro Porro. Lamine Yamal. Kubasi. Rodri. Pedri. Laporte. Pedri. Pedri comes. Now well tackled. Simon. Easy. The easiest catch that he'll have all day, man. Yeah, Simon was able to, of course, read that shot. Mistake! Oh, in the bar, man! Oh, yes, the ball! Almost completed his hat trick. Mistake at the back, man. What the heck are they doing, man? Come on. You should be finishing that chance, bro. Come on, man. That's a chance that you should be finishing any day. No. It's a huge chance missed by Oyazabal, man. Olmo. This is Rodri. Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Saved. Baena. Heavy touch. It's cleared. Picked up by Cucurella. This is Pedri. This is Rodri. Pedro Porro. Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal over. Oh, so close. Yeah, yeah. The guy should have actually completed his hat trick. Honestly, that was the hat trick right there. Is he gonna get another chance? We will see. Because still have a second half to come, and at some point I think he's gonna be taken off, so that now maybe other players can play. Because whenever you're winning the game 3-0, you can actually take off some of these players and actually bring others on just to, what's the word? Just to give others a bit of match sharpness. Yeah. Al Buraikain was clearly in offside position, so nice. Nice. Simon had he saw that from a mile off and came charging out. Managed at least to get to the ball first. regardless, because as a keeper, you never take any chance. It might not be offside, so you have to come out and actually collect that ball. It's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! Oh, almost forced his way through. Lamine Yamal. It's Pedri. Olmo almost forcing his way through. Olmo. Lamine Yamal. This Pedro Porro. Is Rodri. Lamine Yamal. Pedri. Back with Rodri. Cucurella. Is Baena on the far side. Into Rodri. Pedri. Porro. Lamine Yamal. Nice pass. Pedro Porro into the box. Overcooked. But on the far side towards Cucurella. Recycled by Baena. Into Rodri. Rodri. Unable to find Lamine Yamal. It's picked up by Porro again. This is Olmo. This is Pedri. Nice pass. Unable to find Lamine Yamal. Is Pedri. Is Rodri. Is Baena. So that's Oyazabal. Cucurella is not gonna get there. Picked up by Saud. Cleared. Laporte to the throw in. Today, clearly, the intensity from Spain is there, which is actually a good thing. I just hope that they keep this for the remaining of the tournament games that they have. Because they decide to drop their guard, then I don't think they are going to be successful. Because Spain's game is only as effective as their tempo. So if their tempo is very low, then they're not going to be able to do the business. Like Jami, man, is the guy who's all over for, actually, he's Mr. Everywhere for Saudi Arabia at the back. Olmo commits a foul, so it's going to be a free kick to Saudi Arabia. Hey, Saudi Arabia, man. How many times have they crossed that halfway line? Yeah, because they seem to be. Nice. This is deflected. It's cleared. Sheesh, Simon, man, come on. You're rushing out like that. Make sure you do not bump into your player. Anyway, this is Dani Olmo. Olmo coming forward into Lamine Yamal. Saudi with a very dangerous cross into the box. But there was no Saudi player attacking the ball. So it's a letter for Spain. Because if there was a player running in behind when the ball was drifting in, trust me, that guy would have just buried that ball into an unguarded net. Anyway, guys, make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you're watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor. Hit the subscribe button and also smash the like button as well so that you can be alerted whenever we do go live. We're going to cover as many games as you can in the World Cup. Oyazabal! But for him, shot! Swide! This guy, man, he can actually complete this hat-trick. It's just that, I don't know what's wrong with his shooting boots there, man. He got his angles all wrong, man. Come on. It was actually a ricochet off, was that Lahajami? Lahajami again. Man. Come on, get more goals, man. Get more goals. Alhabi blocked off by almost gonna be a throw-in. Yeah, so guys, if you're watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor. Hit that subscribe button and of course, smash a like on the video. Make sure also turn on notification so that you can be alerted whenever we do go live. Dawsari for Saudi Arabia. Nice, well played by Baena. Good. Was able to play it off. Was that Saud? Dawsari, Salem, able to force a corner off Kubasi. Yes, first corner of the game for Saudi Arabia. First meaningful attack in the 43rd minute. It's taken them all that long to settle into this game. Of course, it was always going to be difficult for them. Huh? And then Musab, the corner for Saudi Arabia. Poor corner, man. Poor execution. Lamine Yamal is by himself. Lamine Yamal, control the ball, bro. Man. Come on. Sometimes when you Saudi Arabia or any other team that has actually been under the coach, when you get these corner kicks, just deliver them into the box. Stop trying to be super clever. You want to work it out wide. And of course, short, play it short. You might actually mess it up, like what they just did. And just like that, the chance is gone. So when are they gonna get their next chance? And how many minutes of other time are we gonna have? We will see. Dani Olmo into Lamine Yamal. Dani Olmo gonna have 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes of added time. Cucurella, Baena, Rodri scuffed his shot way all over the bar, man. Rodri should be doing a whole lot better with that chance, eh? Come on, that is usually milk and bread for you, my friend. Yeah, so for Spain, yeah, goal difference is +3 because they didn't consider against Cape Verde. So yeah, Uruguay playing later on against Cape Verde is Pedri, Lamine Yamal into Poro. Yeah, so the Arabia happy to have all players behind. Huh? Even if they have all those players back there, still hasn't stopped Spain from scoring 3 goals. Is Rodri, Pedri back to Rodri. Rodri switches the flank into Poro, Lamine Yamal, Basi, Rodri to Pedri, Rodri, Baena, Corrales on the outside. This is Pedri into Cucurella. Cucurella deflected out for a corner. Deflected by Saud. It's gonna be a corner to Spain. So guys, make sure that if you are watching this team and you have not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor of smashing the like button and also subscribing to the channel. For those that have already subscribed, thank you so much for the support. God bless you guys richly. And thank you for choosing Vinskey Valor. Saudi Arabia on the attack. Salem. Yes. Advantage played. But well defended by Yamal. So I think that's going to be brought back. Either a foul on Al Buraim or a yellow card for one of the Spanish players. Actually, the referee didn't give anything. So, anyways, given a throw in to Saudi Arabia. Lajami is going to take the long throw. Lajami into the box. Head away. Shot. Cleared by Rodri. Yabazal jumping for that ball, man, but didn't get anywhere near it. Yep. Spain trying to just sit in their half and just allow this clock to run down. Nice pass from the goalkeeper Wise. Of course, I thought Abdallah was in an offside position. Who was this? So that's Musab or Musab. Musab was in an offside position. So this is Pedri. Pedri coming forward. This is Baena. Baena. Baena, Pedri. Baena. Oyazabal. Scuffed his shot. Yes. Yeah, Salem is hurt. Huh? Anything happened there? So Salem is back on his feet. So yep, and that's halftime. That is halftime. Yeah, Spain clearly a way better performance in this game than their performance against Cape Verde. So clearly, yeah, Spain have done the business in the first half. Huh? At least they have gotten their 3 goals. They're happy with that. Are they gonna go for more? We will see. We will see what happens in the second half. But of course, it's been a way better performance from Spain. Yes, clearly kept the intensity, the tempo throughout that half. They have ensured that they have kept Saudi Arabia at bay and limited them to very few uh, what ball progressions past their half. Saudi Arabia have just been tucked inside their own half, just defending in a 5-for-1 system. But that has not stopped them from conceding 5 goals. But anyway, good performance from Spain. Good, way better performance. Yes, of course, many people are worried that their performance against Cape Verde may maybe set a precedence for how they're going to approach games at this World Cup. But somewhere in this game, they have clearly gone at Saudi Arabia from the start, from the off. They have been at their backs, pushing the tempo, having a very high tempo as well, ensuring that they move the ball a whole lot quicker. And of course, the biggest change for them this time around is that Lamine Yamal starts from the off. 22% possession, wow. Yeah, let me also look at the stats. 72%. Yep, it's quite accurate, man. It's quite accurate. Yeah, so let me show you guys the stats. There you go. So you can clearly see that expected goals 1.87 to 0.04. Total shots 17 to. Okay, this one of course scores of that shot. Was that from Salem? Was trying to catch Unai Simon off his line. Touches in the opposition box. This is the damning stats, guys. Look at this. Touches in the opposition box, one. Anyway, rightfully so. Look at Spain's 27. Big chances, three. All have been converted, yeah. All big chances have been converted, yeah. Because Lamine chance was a big chance at the back post. Also for Yazabal, the first goal and also the second goal. And of course, look at the passes, 343. So you do expect that in the second half, they might actually double this. So it might get close to the low 700s. So these are around 680 something. So you do maybe Spain to get to around 700 or 650 passes. Yeah, a minimum for the minimum. For Saudi Arabia, I do think that maybe this number might go a little bit high because Spain maybe might just choose to say, you know what, we are happy maybe to hold that, but anyway, they had better maybe ensure that they get more goals because you clearly need the goal difference. You don't know when the goal difference is going to come into play because Uruguay might actually beat Curacao maybe by 3 clear goals. Then now it's a matter of whoever wins the game between Uruguay and Spain on the last day is of course going to win the group. So they better make sure that they get as many goals as they can. And clearly see here, damning starts all in Spanish favor. Expected goals from open play, from set pieces, non-penalty. Clearly Spain better in every regard. As for the lineups and of course the subs, whom do you think can actually come on for Spain? In the second half, maybe you can actually give the guys of Pino, Ferran Torres and Nico Williams a run at this team. Just let them get get a feel of this tournament, because Nico Williams, yeah, he was brought on in the last game against Cape Verde, but it was more or less the last stages of that game. Really wasn't really gonna do anything. Then of course Pino maybe, yeah. For Saudi Arabia, let me not lie, I do not know these players at all, so I don't know who can actually change the game for them. Honestly, I do not know. Let me not lie and say that I do know, because I do not. So I'm gonna be lying if I say, okay, maybe they should bring on Mandash or Hamdan to change things up. But honestly, I do not know how this. I do not know where they actually play, man. So sometimes it's just good to call a spade a spade. But anyway, for Spain, I can't really say the team selection has been great today. Anyway, just that the performance has been way better than the first game. Because also the team that was put out in the first game also played well. Actually, it was a good team. It was a good team as well. It's just that the style of football was very, very, well, it's what you call a lackluster performance or a pedestrian performance, where you are just happy to keep the ball and not have that much high intensity. So anyway, you can also have a look at let me check this group. Check the table. Yeah, so like I said earlier, this group also has the likes of Uruguay and Cape Verde, who are gonna be playing later on at around 1 a.m. or should I say 2200 GMT, 2200 hours GMT. That's around 1 a.m. East African time. Yeah. When you guys maybe outside Africa, I don't really know exactly what time the game is on, but of course, GMT is normally the safe time to what? Actually, GMT is more or less the easiest way to identify your particular time zone. So you just know how many hours you are ahead or even behind GMT. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, the winner of this group is gonna meet. the runner-up in the group that has Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and that's the other team. Mhm. Is it Jordan? Let me check. Yes, Group J. So that's why I said for the likes of Spain and Argentina, they need to ensure that they avoid each other because anyway, it's just a case of who finishes second in that group because Austria, Jordan, Algeria. I don't honestly fancy Algeria because Austria already on 3 points. Jordan lost that game against Austria 3-1. And of course, Algeria lost 3-0 against Argentina. So, Argentina are playing Jordan, or they are playing Austria next. So, if Argentina do win that game, then they'll automatically win the group and they will now finish in first place. Then, of course, if Jordan, actually, funny enough, if Jordan do win their game against Algeria, they'll be on 3 points. And then if Argentina win their game against Austria, they qualify in 6 points. But now if Jordan win their last game against Argentina, then it's gonna be all to play for. So it's still not yet decided in that group that Argentina are gonna win it. All it depends on how the result between Jordan and Algeria later on. I think it's gonna be played tomorrow. Sorry, on Tuesday. On Tuesday, 6 a.m. Kenyan time, East African time. So GMT, that is 3 a.m. GMT, 3 a.m. GMT. Anyway, so earlier today, actually in the morning, because that it was already morning in our time, East Africa, Tunisia bowed out of the World Cup by suffering a very heavy defeat to Japan, beaten 4-0, and also beaten 5-1 by Sweden a couple of days ago. So currently they are the team that has conceded the most goals at this World Cup. So Tunisia already out. Tunisia already out of the World Cup. Japan move on to 4 points, level on points with Netherlands. Netherlands who won their game against Sweden 5-1. Apparently Sweden in the first game, they beat Tunisia 5-1. And then yesterday they were beaten 5-1 by Netherlands. So you wonder, okay, football is a very, very serious humbler. You beat a team 5-1, and then in your next game, you're actually humbled by the exact same scoreline. It's got a heart. So Sweden currently their goal difference is 0, but they have scored 6 goals, conceded 6 goals as well. So maybe that might come into play at some point in the group because their last game is against Japan. So if they manage to beat Japan, then I think they're gonna qualify because they'll have won 2 games. Then Japan, of course, will be eliminated. Maybe I can qualify as one of the best third place teams. Of course, like I said, Tunisia already out because Tunisia, the only team that they can catch is Sweden. And of course, Sweden already beat them. So if they ever tied on points, then Sweden, of course, Sweden are gonna come out on top by virtue of having a superior goal difference. So currently, according to the ranking of third place teams, Sweden are top on 3 points, followed by Scotland and Paraguay also on 3 points. Then, of course, we've got the likes of Belgium, Portugal on 1 point. But of course, Belgium and Portugal only played one game. So, anyway, so guys, remember that for the round of 32, the teams that are gonna qualify are the group winners, the group runners-up, and the 8 best third place teams. So the 8 best third place teams are gonna qualify. So currently, if we are to take into account the games that have already taken place right now, the teams that are the best 8 in the third place position, we have Sweden, Scotland, Paraguay, Belgium, Portugal, Czechia, Ecuador, and Bosnia. So, but I do expect that we're gonna have a lot of changes before the group stage ends, because I do expect that we're gonna have some mouth-watering matchups, especially in certain groups where it's still all to play for. Because in Group A, Mexico have already won the group. So Mexico have already won the group on 6 points, two wins from two. Group B, Canada have not yet won the group, but of course they sit joint up with Switzerland. So whoever wins the last game, of course, automatically wins the group. And of course, if they do manage to get a draw, then Canada are going to win the group, their last game. Because of course, Canada and Switzerland are going to play in the last game. And of course, Group C, Brazil are on 4 points, followed by Morocco on 4 points as well. Scotland on 3. So no team has yet qualified. It's just that now Haiti have already been eliminated because they cannot catch Scotland or the likes of Morocco or Brazil. Of course, in Group D, USA have already won the group because Turkey lost their game against Paraguay. So that means that Turkey have been eliminated. USA finish on top position. And of course, because they have already beaten Australia and Paraguay, and those are the only two teams on 3 points. So it means that if those teams are ever at any point tied on points with the USA, then USA, of course, would come out on top by having a superior head-to-head. And of course, in Group E, Germany, I think Germany also won that group. They won the group by actually beating Ivory Coast, and those automatically qualified because even if Ivory Coast want to win their last game, doesn't matter because when it comes to the head-to-head record between Ivory Coast and Germany, Germany have a superior head-to-head record because they did beat Ivory Coast yesterday. Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, all those three still have a chance of qualifying. So it's going to come down to the last day. Of course, Tunisia already out. Then, of course, in Group G, New Zealand, Iran, Belgium, Egypt. That's also a very, very interesting group. We're going to see how it's going to pan out, especially in the round two, in the match day 2, because later on we're gonna have a game between Belgium and Iran. Gonna be kicking off at 2200 hours, and of course we're gonna have New Zealand versus Egypt. Gonna be kicking off at 4 a.m. East African time, or should I say 1 a.m. GMT, 1 a.m. GMT. And of course, our featured game today is Spain versus Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Spain moving on to 4 points. So if Uruguay do manage to beat Cape Verde later on, then Spain and Saudi and Uruguay are gonna be level on points, 4 points, because I don't see any situation in which Saudi Arabia overturned this 3-goal deficit. Then of course, Group I, Norway, France at the top, 3 points apiece, followed by Senegal and Iraq on 0 points. Argentina, Austria, Jordan, Algeria, and of course Colombia, DR Congo, Portugal, Uzbekistan, also England, Ghana, Panama, and Croatia. So Yamal and Oyarzabal have been taken off, clearly being rested. They are being rested for the future games. So Pino and Ferran Torres have come on. Pino and Ferran Torres have come on. So that means that Ferran Torres is gonna play up front, while Pino is gonna play on the right. So Saudi Arabia also made the changes. Musab and Abdallah have been taken off. To be replaced by another Abdallah with Mohamed Kano. Mohamed Kano. Anyway, second half is about to start, guys. Second half is about to start. Yeah, both teams have made 2 subs apiece. So Saudi Arabia, I don't know that it's tactical, but for Spain, I'm pretty sure it's just resting players, because they clearly know that this game is already won. So try their level best to protect the likes of Lamine Yamal from any injuries, because You're of course supposed to protect your best players. And your game is underway for the second half. Saudi Arabia have kicked us off. Yeah, so Jeremy Pino and Ferran Torres have been brought on for Spain. So, but maybe the second half performance of Spain is gonna be maybe very pedestrian, huh? But we will see. We will see. We will see. The Arabia on the attack. Alhamdan coming forward. Offside, bro. Offside, man. Let me make those changes for Saudi Arabia. So that means that Rodri. We also expected Rodri to be taken off, huh? To be replaced by maybe Zubamendi. Is Pedri? Is Rodri? Olmo, nice pass. This is Jeremy Pino. Jeremy Pino. This is Pedri. Laporte to Baena. Baena. Pedri. Pedri. This is Jeremy Pino. Pino to the box. Yeah. Saud just happy to clear that ball easily out of touch and out for a corner. So corner from Spain, Baena, Cucurella, goal! 4-0. 4-0 for Spain, man. But it looked like an own goal at the back post, huh? Cucurella with a shot saved by the keeper, but it deflected off his defender. I don't know who it was, huh? I don't know who it was. I think it was Al Habi. So it's actually an own goal for Saudi Arabia. Wonderful shot from Cucurella, blocked by the goalkeeper. Of course, the shot cannoned off, or the save block was actually cannoned off Al Habi. So it was not Al Habi. It was Hassan, the defender Hassan. Sir Hassan Tabakti. Hassan Tabakti, man, putting the ball past his own goalkeeper and giving Spain a fourth goal. So Spain clearly improving their goal difference, man. Improving their goal difference. Hey, Saudi Arabia, man. You better be careful, eh? Don't should ensure that you not concede more. Come on, don't concede more. Because if you do concede more, it's gonna be really, really dangerous for them. So this goal difference, man, was have clearly seen in this second round of games. Many teams have actually scored 4 goals plus. The Netherlands, uh, against Sweden yesterday, Canada, another team that also scored a lot of goals. Who was this? Actually, for Germany, it was in the first round. So they better make sure that they do not concede more, because if they do concede more than, or even Tunisia, or sorry, Japan against Tunisia. Yeah. Yeah. So for Spain, and they do expect that at some point they're gonna take off their star players. So anyway, maybe take off the likes of Rodri and Pedri, give them a rest. But the game is pretty much won now. The game is already won now. Do you think Saudi Arabia are gonna get more goals, or they're gonna get 1 goal? Nope, I don't think so. Honestly, do not think so. This game's over, guys. This game's over. Saudi Arabia clearly put to the sword, man. Clearly been put to the sword. No, have not even laid a single glove on Spain. And there's nothing they can do tactically. Oh, Pedro Porro inside. Pedro Porro, what a save! Ferran with the follow-up safe hands from Olowasi, man. What a save, man. What a save. Nice run from Pedro Porro, man. Cucurella was fouled, man. Oh, he did do the fouling, huh? Fouling Buraikan rather, Buraikan. So, yes, a fifth goal is coming here for Spain. I think they are going to score a fifth goal. I do see them scoring a fifth goal, huh? It's coming. It is coming, man. This Pedri wins it back. Poor pass, man. Picked up by Baena. Is Pedri. Olmo coming forward. Come on, move it a whole lot quicker, man. Is Rodri. Is Laporte. Cucurella. Baena. Baena with a cross into the box. Read out by Lajami. Is Rodri. Poro. Olmo. Given away. Yeah, Poro commits the foul, man. Okay, what's that? Anyway, guys, make sure that you already like and subscribe to the channel as well. If you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor. Hit that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that you can be informed whenever we do go live. Carella throws it back in play quickly. Picked up by Pedri. Pedri. This is Rodri. Kubasi. Is Pedro Porro. Sorry, that's Pino. Into Pedri. Pedri. Cucurella. Ah, what a save, man. It's back with Rodri. Nice pass from Pedri, man. Pedri lining up the shot into Rodri. Pino into the box. Cucurella just too high for him. Recycled by Baena on the far side. Baena Baena. It's picked up by Cucurella. Is Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo into Pedri. It's back with Rodri. Laporte. Rodri. Cucurella. Baena. Cucurella. Rodri. Is Cucurella again. Back to Rodri. It's back with Pedri. This is Pino. Nice pass. That's too strong for Poro. Gonna be a goal kick. Yeah, Saudi Arabia completely out of sorts, man. Spain already up to 420 passes. Uh, 300 more passes, man. I think they're gonna get it, unless maybe they choose to slow the game down completely. He's one of the teams that loves to keep the ball for long periods, man. Turned over, it's picked up by Kubasi. Hey, it's like there's a brick wall for Saudi Arabia. They just can't get past Spain's defensive third. It's like, like they mean they just passed the halfway line, ball is immediately turned over. So they're clearly struggling to create any meaningful chance. Is Laporte to Poro on the far side. Is Pedri. Spain is still racking up the passes. That's block from Pedri. It's out for a throw into Saudi Arabia. Man like Fernando Hierro. Looks like Salgado. Don't know who's the guy on the left. Yeah, ex Real Madrid players, legends, and also yeah, Spanish legends, man. Fernando Hierro, very wonderful defender back in his time. One of the defenders that I see have a very wonderful composure, man. In fact, he was the designated penalty taker for his country. Back then, they had the likes of Raul, Morientes, Mendieta, Luis Enrique. Yeah, let me check. Spain 2202, Spain 2002 World Cup squad. Don't really remember those players. Let me see here. Canizares, Ricardo, Pedro, defenders. Hierro, the captain, Puyol, Nadal, Juan Fran, midfielder standout. Mendieta, Luis Enrique, Xavi, Baraja, Juan Carlos Valeron. Yes, Juan Carlos Valeron. And of course, the attackers, Raul, Morientes, Diego Tristan, Alberto Luque. Yeah, so Hierro, yeah, so clearly a very, very good defender back in his time. Yeah, he used to take penalties for the Spanish national team, and the likes of Morientes and Raul on the pitch. Yellow card for Mohamed Kano. Yeah, more changes for Saudi Arabia. So Nico Williams about to come on for Spain as well. Alahaji is come on to replace Almari. Alhaji. Yeah, Rodri is also actually it's actually almost also Mohamed Abu Al Shamat coming on for Saudi Arabia to replace Burakain, who just picked up a yellow card. So Spain have also made some changes. Mikel Merino has come on to replace Dani Olmo. So Olmo is off for Merino. And of course also Williams. Ferran Torres, was he tackled? It's actually a foul by Ferran Torres. So Nico Williams has come on to replace Baena. Yeah, Ferran Torres. He was one appealing for a foul, but apparently didn't go his way. Kubasi wins the ball. Rodri back to Kubasi. Kubasi, this is Unai Simon. Is Laporte, Cucurella. Nico Williams loses out. Mohamed trying to pick up the ball, loses out. Pedri, nice. Pedri, come on. Play in Jeremy Pino. What's this Pedri doing? To play in Jeremy Pino. You had two options, on the left and on the right. But you just want to take everybody on. What's wrong with you, man? Play with your teammates, man. These are team sports. This is not individual brilliance, FC. Like Jami to Saud. Saud into Hassan. Hassan. Haji. Saudi Arabia are done out here, man. Saudi Arabia are done out here, man. They can't really do much now. They can't really do much now. They should just be happy to avoid conceding more goals in this game. Because 4 is already huge number. Uasi clears the ball, head back by Rodri into Pedri. It's Cucurella. Back to Merino. Merino, nice pass. Ferran Torres! Missed. Try to be too smart, man. Ferran Torres try to be too smart. Come on, man. Should be using your left foot. Yes, and honestly, you'd have scored. Maybe that would have been chalked off by VAR. Come on, use your left leg, man. Just nick it over the keeper. Carella, this is Merino, Nico Williams. This is Mohamed. Nasari. Nice pass to Mohamed. Cross it. The box. No one is there, man. Overcooked that cross, man. Picked up by Poro. Anyway, match is happening right now. Basically, the game was way over in the first half. Ines Cucurella. This is Nico Williams. Williams. Won't do the business, man. You used to be. You're actually one of the highlights of all the shining lights at the 2024 championships. But I don't know why nowadays he doesn't start for his country. I don't know why. This is Pino. So this is actually Pedri into Nico Williams. Nico Williams into the box. It's cleared by Lajami. It's out for a corner to Spain. Oh, okay. I think he's just being nursed back to fitness because Nico Williams there. Yeah, one of the few players to have actually gotten injured towards the end of the season. So they're just easing him back onto the into the team. Pedri to the box. Rodri pulls it back. Clearly, Rodri was in an offside position. So hydration break. Hydration break. And it's hydration break now. Yeah. Hydration break. They say that hydration break basically is just another opportunity for the US companies and corporates to actually play their adverts in these broadcasting channels. Because no other World Cup have we had commercials or adverts while the game is going on. We only have adverts when the game is at halftime. But this time around, since the World Cup is in the US, we're going to have something different. And if you were to ask me, this World Cup, yes, this is what makes it unique, but I think this World Cup has also been overshadowed by so many off the pitch incidences and issues, whether immigration laws into the US, there'll be a lot of interference from the likes of what's the name of this guy? Donald Trump. So doesn't have that World Cup feeling to it. More or less feels like it's like a political thing. But then that's just me. That is just me. Yeah, but of course, when the people actually in the US, when they are broadcasting this American football, they also do this. Whenever there are breaks in between plays, they of course have to do a lot of adverts. So they have ensured that they have adopted the same thing. So this adoption break is not really for the players to get a breather, but just for the corporates to actually just showcase their adverts. So Fabian Ruiz has come on to replace Pedri. So yeah, what is the whole point of having this hydration break? Has nothing to do with the players, man. The bigger picture is the adverts. Of course, the small picture, the one that they're gonna tell you about is it's summer, it's hot. Because remember in Qatar, actually they played it in summer. But also remember in 2018 when the World Cup was in Russia, Russia also experiences a northern hemisphere summer around from May all the way to around July, August. So you can't really tell me that it was also not that hot back then in Russia. Anyway, for me, honestly, I would not be looking forward to another World Cup on US territory. But if this is the case, rather have it in different venues. Maybe Mexico doing a joint bid with maybe somebody else, but definitely not with in the US. Because clearly World Cups in the US, man. And I have a feeling that nowadays, because all of it is about money, you realize that no longer more or less it doesn't really depend on the bids and who actually wins. It's more about who's able to give FIFA more money for the World Cup. Nice tackle from Pedro Porro. He's Ferran Torres loses out. He's Mohamed Alhabi, Hassan Alhabi. Nice flick. This Mohamed. Nope. One back by Rodri. Yeah, so basically, if you've got the money to give or other to pay FIFA, then you're gonna host the World Cup. But if you don't have it, then you can't really say that you're gonna be able to host any tournament. Because in 2030, the World Cup gonna be, is it gonna be in Spain, Portugal? Let me see. World Cup 2030. Host country, let me check. Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. What about 2034? Oh, Saudi Arabia in 2034. Wow. Yeah. Have they actually removed the money? Maybe they have. Huh? But somehow, World Cups that are played in Middle Eastern countries, like the Qatari ones, are so nice and good. But remember the way Qatar 2022 was so nice, man. It was just about the match or the game. It was about FIFA and the tournament itself. It was never about, oh, this person has been denied entry into this country, or because their passport is, or maybe their passport or their documents are not okay, they don't have visas. For one reason or the other, this person is not able to attend, not really attend, but not gonna be able to, it's actually participate at the World Cup because so many players have been denied entry into respective countries, whether in Canada and especially the US. But I think for Mexico are freestyle, man. They allow anybody to come in. Pino, well cleared by Lajami. So I think the 2034 World Cup is just gonna be like the 2022 World Cup, where gonna have where it's gonna be about a sport. I'm not saying that the 2030 World Cup is not gonna be about a sport, but sometimes maybe you just want these tournaments to be hosted in these Middle Eastern countries. For me, I didn't know how it was gonna go, especially in Qatar, but it was actually wonderful. It went on well, man. Actually, today that was actually my best World Cup. The best World Cup I've ever witnessed because there's a lot of competition, man. It was really exciting. But the 2018 one was also exciting as well. The 18 World Cup was also very good. The last two editions of the World Cup have been great as well. This one, yeah, of course, people are gonna say it's gonna be one of the best simply because of the expanded format of the tournament. Now you have 48 teams in 12 groups. You have a round of 32. So maybe that's what maybe we're gonna say it's gonna make it more exciting. But for me, I think there's been a lot of political involvement in this tournament, and if that has kind of maybe also affect performances and also the sport in general, because you don't really want there to be any kind of interference in these tournaments. You just want, you know what, football and politics should never mix. But of course, if you have that common feature called mania, uniting all those aspects, then you're gonna realize that whenever money is involved, money is poured into anything, the rules change. Things become a little bit different. Unfortunately, that is the world we live in. Because also US are able to bring in a lot of money into many of these competitions. Also, look at it this way. Also, don't know whether you guys watch Formula One, but in Formula One, let's watch this attack first from Saudi Arabia. See what they're gonna do. It doesn't come to nothing, but they've been forced back. Mohammed, Alhamdan, Lajami, well intercepted by Pedro Poro. So, anyway, also in the Formula One calendar, but before it used to be maybe one country would have like maybe a maximum of two Grand Prix in a season. A Grand Prix is basically the racing event that occurs on the weekend. But nowadays, because US have a lot of money, they've got now three Grand Prix. They've got one in Miami, one in Texas, and another one in Las Vegas. So they had to get rid of the one in Germany. It's called the Nürburgring circuit because apparently US offered more money. So they say, not FIA, we're gonna give you more money for you to include the Las Vegas GP on the circuit, or in the calendar rather. And to me, that's actually killing the sport. Fabian Ruiz, far side, is Merino. Merino loses out. Picked up by that's Salem Mohammed. Now picked up by Williams. Come on, score a fifth goal. It's Ferran Torres. Bad pass from Ferran Torres. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that nowadays everything has become about the money. Also, how much you are able to bring. No longer about the sport. So it's like many things nowadays. Because of the whole money aspect, you realize that people are always very, very careful. They don't really want to take a lot of risks. That's why nowadays also many football games are very, very cagey. Because teams are told, you know what, because yeah, now maybe example, a team is promoted from the championship in the Premier League. They are told, you know what, you cannot be as expensive as you want to be. Because if you do, then you're gonna get relegated again, and of course you're gonna miss out on the money. So make sure that you stay in the Premier League so that you can keep getting more and more money. Well, on one end that's good, but at the same time you may realize that you might actually mess up your footballing identity simply because you're chasing the money. But unfortunately, that is the current world that we live in right now. It's all about the money. How much money you can bring? Shot! First shot on target for Saudi Arabia or Al Hamdan. Straight at Unai Simon. That is their first shot on target after 80 minutes. Unai Simon. Basi. Come on. Let's pass the ball cleanly and neatly, man. It's Nico Williams into Nico Williams. Nico Williams into the box. Oh, almost an own goal, man. Was all a foul by Pino. Hassan almost scored a second own goal, huh? But the referee blew for a foul, eh? Referee blew for a foul, man. Cucurella with the foul. He's gonna pick up a yellow card. Nothing. Yeah, the game has kind of lost its zest because we're all waiting for Saudi Arabia to go forward, but they're just happy to keep the score down. Huh? They don't want things to get worse than they currently are, because clearly the game has already gotten away from them. So let's give and go. By Rodri, it's actually a foul, man. Come on, don't pick up unnecessary yellow cards, man. It's Nico Williams, Fabian Ruiz. Hmm. Okay. I know it's just a case of allowing the game to fizzle out now. Don't see anything major happening the remaining minutes. The Arabia coming forward. Is Hassan on this far side? Other, it's not Hassan. It was actually Saud cleared. Hmm. Kano. Saud, Kano. Mohammed, nice pass. Guy from headed away by Basi. It's out for a throwing. Given away into Poro. What? Kubramen go Spain. Yeah. Game's over, man. Game is over. I don't think they're gonna get any more goals, huh? Collision of heads between two Saudi players, Kano and Haj. This game was over a long time ago. This game was over a long time ago. The referee doesn't even need to give a lot of stoppage time at the end of the 90. I don't see anything else happening in this game. Yeah, finally, Spain on 600 passes. I told you they're going to get to 600 passes. It was obvious. That is what Spain average in most games nowadays. Because of their style, they always average 600 passes. Just a possession has kind of dropped to 66 possession, but 100% rather, because it was at 72 at the end of the half. Touches in the opposition box, 34 to Saudi Arabia's 1. Wow. Big chances, 5. 2 missed, 3 converted. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stoppage because of this head injury to, it looks like Kano. Of course, he'll have to go off the pitch. Nowadays, the rule states that if you are to delay, or if you are to get injured, and of course, the doctors come onto the pitch to administer the treatment, then you have to leave the pitch for 1 minute. But I like the way they have enforced the rules at this World Cup. Also, yesterday, a game between Paraguay and Turkey, was a time that Paraguay had actually, oh man, Paraguay had actually, not Paraguay, it was actually, yes, it was Paraguay. One of their players was down. So, as he was receiving treatment, Miguel Almiron of Paraguay was actually covered his mouth, more or less was speaking something under his hand. And after that, because they explicitly changed the rules. Nowadays, they say if you are to cover your mouth in any game at any point, then it's going to be a VAR review, and of course, you're going to be sent off. So, that was the first time that you ever saw that a player has been sent off for covering their mouth. But remember, that was as a result of the incident between Mbappe and what's the name of this Argentine guy? Forgotten his name. I think it was Real Madrid versus was it Atletico Madrid? Yeah, where that Argentine guy covered his mouth like this, and then a few instances later, Mbappe was accusing him of being racially abused. So, of course, we did not really know what had happened. because the player had covered his mouth. So FIFA said that we don't care if you are to cover your mouth at any point, whether it's an altercation, whether it's a review, or maybe you're talking to an opponent and you cover your mouth like this, doesn't matter. That is an automatic red. So we saw at least the very first red card has been given to any player for covering their mouth. It was shown to Miguel Almiron yesterday, and of course he can have no excuses. But unfortunately, Turkey were unable to capitalize, and as a result, the game ended 1-0. So Paraguay managed to win the game, and of course, Turkey were eliminated from the World Cup, even after playing. I think there is Pedro Porro, Ferran Torres was that offside. Oh, oh, let's see, let's see. It's a fifth goal for Spain, but I think it's gonna be chalked off, huh? I think it's gonna be chalked off for offside, man. It's gonna be disallowed, eh? I think it's gonna be disallowed. And then let's see, let's see. Let us see. Spain is scoring their fifth goal, but let's see whether Ferran Torres was in offside position. Was he? Clearly offside, man. Offside. Wasn't tight, man. Okay, let's have a replay. Offside. It's not gonna stand. Yeah, because he clearly looked in an offside position. So referee, come on. It's not gonna stand. Clearly looked offside. From the naked eye, looked offside. Well, why is this taking so long? Come on. It clearly looked offside, man. Let's see. Clearly, it's offside, man. It all depends with whether Al Arabi's left foot was actually keeping Ferran Torres on side. Yeah. Spin drop silence in the crowd, man. Hey, it's taking a long time, man. Or maybe this shows that it was clearly close, eh? But from the naked eye, it clearly looked offside. But we have seen it before. From the naked eye, it can look offside, but when you actually review the goal, you realize that it's clearly onside. Ish. Still taking time, man. Still taking time. Told you, offside. I was in an offside position, so other goal has been chalked off. Still 4-0 to Spain. I don't know why it took a long time, because from the naked eye, it clearly looked as if Ferran Torres was in an offside position. Huh? So Ferran Torres denied his first World Cup goal at this tournament. He'll have to do it again. Of course, those are the ones that the assistant referee can't really give or flag, because he knows that he might be close. So the best thing for him to do is, if you are unsure, the best thing is just to keep your flag down and just let it go to VAR. The box. Rodri, easy catch for Simon. So that VR review took like 2 minutes. So maybe you're gonna go all the way to 98 minutes. Is Laporte rather to Rodri. Merino Rodri is Fabian Ruiz. As given goes Laporte. Is Cucurella. Laporte. Cucurella. Fabian Ruiz. Rodri. Skubasi. Merino. Fabian Ruiz. Nice work to this far side. This is Nico Williams. Nico Williams. Cucurella. This is Kubasi. Merino. Pedro Porro to the box, rather. Said Brox. Into the box, man. Into the box. Cleared away. It's out for a throw into Spain. And you're gonna have maybe 1 more minute, huh? 1 more minute because of that VAR check, huh? Is Rodri, Carella, Nico Williams, is Laporte, is Fabian Ruiz, Pino, Fabian Ruiz, into Merino, Merino blocked shot. Going on. That's it. Game over. Game over. Game over. Very routine victory for Spain today. Very, very routine victory for them. Clearly dominated Saudi Arabia from start to finish. Saudi Arabia having a very poor game from start to finish. Spain, at least today, they clearly played in a very high tempo, something that they should have done in the first game against Cape Verde. But anyway, that was the story back then. But at least in this one, they managed to fix things up and they've gotten the victory, their first victory at the FIFA World Cup 2026. Of course, Spain are one of the pre-tournament favorites. So we do expect that they're gonna go deep in this tournament, unless maybe they meet Argentina in the round of 32. You honestly do not know how that is gonna go. Many people do fancy Argentina if whether they come against Spain, but that's gonna be a very hard game. But anyway, we're gonna discuss that later on if that happens. But anyway, as far as this game is concerned, Spain are managed to get the victory. Of course, much better performance, improvement all across the pitch, from defense to attack. They moved the ball quickly. Lamine Yamal was instrumental in some of the goals in the first half. Oyazabal getting 2 goals and providing 1 assist. Then, of course, the own goal in the second half that was put through his own net by Hassan of Saudi Arabia. So, Saudi Arabia currently slip into the bottom of the table because of the goal difference. Yeah, they drew 1-1 with Uruguay. So, but today they didn't get any goals. So their goal difference is currently -4. While for Spain, They move on to 4 points. Yeah, 3 points ahead of Uruguay, and also 4 goals clear of their nearest competitor. So Spain, of course, will have to go and watch the game between Cape Verde and Uruguay rather, and hope that Cape Verde can do to not Saudi Arabia, to Uruguay what they did to them. Because clearly Spain will be hoping that when they do play Uruguay, that they're not level on points. Because I do think that if Spain were to meet Uruguay and they're level on points, might become thick for Spain. Of course, they're gonna play their last game next Saturday rather. Of course, Uruguay are not a awful team as well. The FIFA ranking, they're actually in 16th position, while Spain are third. Or actually, Spain are second. Spain are second. So, anyway, as far as this game is concerned, Spain managed to secure the victory, and of course, improve their goal difference significantly, because they managed to get their first goals of the tournament. And also Lamine Yamal getting his first ever World Cup goal. So this is his first ever appearance at a World Cup. Anyway, guys, thank you for taking your time to be part of this watch along. Yes, second half especially was not that impressive because Spain had already done the job in the first half. So second half was just pretty much about them consolidating their lead, and of course ensuring that Saudi Arabia did not get a sniff back into this game. So the game that's gonna be played later on, gonna have a group. I think this has to be group. Is it group G or group I? Let me check. It's group G. Yes, group G. Belgium versus Iran. So that might actually be an interesting game. These are two teams that are in the top 20 of the FIFA rankings. Belgium currently in 9th position, while Iran are in 20th position. So Belgium managed to draw 1-1 in the first game against Egypt. A game I think that almost got away from them because Egypt had done everything possible to win that game, but unfortunately, yeah, they considered an equalizer late into the second half. While for Iran, Iran managed to draw 2-2 against a very stubborn New Zealand team. In fact, I think Iran had to come back from 2 goals down to actually draw that game with New Zealand. So this might actually be a good game. And of course, for Belgium, no, what's the name of this guy? Jeremy Doku rather, because there are rumors that his wife is almost giving birth, so he's asked for some time off to go and witness the birth of his child. Anyway, it's quite interesting, man. But I don't honestly know whether he needed to go. But anyway, who knows? Maybe there is a reason why he's going. Maybe it's also good to support family as well. It's a good thing. So Doku is not gonna play because the team's already out. For Belgium, we've got Courtois in goal, De Kuyper, Machele, Ngoe, and of course Munier, Raskin, De Bruyne, and Tillemans. So where's Onana today? Then of course you have Lukaku, Trossard, and Sulemakers. Then of course for Iran we've got Beranvad, Hadani, Kanani, Nemati, Safi, Mohebi, Godos, Raizan, Ezaltol Hai, and Taremi. I know this Taremi. His name is familiar. Olympiacos. Yeah, I know this guy. Anyway, so as far as our featured game today is concerned, it went, of course, the way of Spain, and they managed to do the business. So, guys, if you do come across this stream after it has ended, please make sure you do support the channel, subscribe to it, and also like the video as well. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs so that we can unlock memberships for the channel. So please, guys, I do covet your support. I do appreciate if you could at least like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. And if you manage to watch this stream and have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor of smashing the subscribe button. So until the next game, you guys have a wonderful time, have a wonderful evening. Do take care, and peace.